Bulls and Celtics. 10-201 the total. A great stat, a great trend on this game coming up in a second. So Kyrie out for the rest of the season. Big downgrade in the future odds. They went from they're 20-1 to win the East and now 80-1 to win the title. And no Smart for the first round of the playoffs either. Stevens got his work cut out for him. The on-off with Kyrie. You look at it, great graphic here, great numbers. You see the net points and the pace with Kyrie on and Kyrie off, but it's more pronounced when Smart is out. Look at the gap, 3.2 when Kyrie's out, 4.8 when Smart is out. But when both are out, I mean, this is a shit show here for Brad Stevens. They did have that nice run with that road trip, but now you got to beat somebody in a best of 7. Celtics up against it. Great coaching job, though, that they lose Hayward in the first game and they're still able to get the 2 seed.
Sure, we like Brad Stevens. I don't know if we like Boston in the postseason, but certainly for tonight, the Celtics are an interesting team to consider. Boston, 67% this year coming off a loss. I mean, just as simple a strategy as there is. Celtics off a loss, you bet on them. I think they're 16-8 ATS, for profitable, simple strategy. The question is, and of course, they're coming off that stinker in Toronto where they didn't do anything right. But the question is, are these still the Celtics? Yep. No Irving, no Smart. And you talked about the difference. A lot of times when Irving was out, Smart was in. When Smart was out, Irving was in. So now both guys are out. Smart with the torn ligament in his thumb, no timetable. The quote for him, asking if he can come back in the second round. Definitely right now, that is what we're shooting for. The way it's going now, we're on the right path. Hopefully nothing happens where it gets delayed. That's not, I'm going to be there. That's hopefully maybe could be. But without the duo of Irving and Smart, my mind is more important than missing either. Obviously, it's more important than missing either one of them. But without both of them, this isn't the same Celtics that have gone 16-8 coming off a loss so far this season. It's just not the same team right now.
Bulls on a 3-0 straight up an ATS run, all wins as a dog. They beat the spread by 52 points against Charlotte, Washington, and Orlando. Markkanen, we're going out there to win every game. I hope we can keep this thing going. Then the Hoiberg quote, which you know where his head's at. You want your guys to go out and compete at the highest level, and we're doing that across the board right now. We've got so many young guys, and they're still learning their way in this league. They want to compete. One guy says win, the coach says compete, and they have been tanking. But it's just when 2 bad teams play, obviously, someone has to win. Because when they beat Charlotte, they sat Markkanen and the other regulars in the fourth quarter, but the backup still hit shots, and a decision that didn't work out. That happened earlier in the season, too, when he pulled everybody and they sat guys. But it was Portis, I think, and somebody else who they couldn't miss from 3 in that one. And here's that trend I talked about. This is from Mark Lawrence. The Bulls are 11-0 ATS when coming off consecutive wins this season. On the flip side, the Celtics are 1-9 ATS at home, following the Raptors as a foe coming off the win. That is wild there if you're a big trends player. So an interesting game coming up tonight.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.